Alright guys, if you own an old Mopar, an old Ford, or an old Chevy with the OBD1 or just TBI setup, there is a way to check your live codes. And I'm showing this to show this to people that have these cars that, you know, maybe you have this is not the Magnum, this is the TBI 318, but if your wiring is intact, and that's important, it has to be unmolested wiring. You have this test port that you connect this adapter to this, run it all the way to your cab, and get OBD1 and 2 scan tool. This is the Bosch 1300. I've made a video about this before for my Chevy, but a lot of people think that you have to rely on the data codes off the message center. You don't. If you have an OBD1 or 2 scan tool that does bi-directional data stream, you know, like the cheap one you find in AutoZone, or the ones the cheap ones don't do this. And actually, there's very little diagnostic tools that could do this. I think Snap-on, some OTCs. This Bosch does. Unfortunately, this Bosch 1300 is no longer made. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is that once you connect that to here and then the cigarette port, that completes the circuit, and you can see all this information. So I was looking for this, the vehicle speed. I keep getting this vehicle speed sensor that was wrong, so I hooked this up. I went for a quick drive and I'm not getting any data here. It stayed at 0. So my vehicle speed sensor might be bad, and I need to look at if this car actually has it, or if it's not a dud. Once again, this is a 1989 Dodge Ramcharger 318. This applies to the other Dodges, like D100 and D150 of that same year model. But this is cool because you can see your spark advance is at 11, O2 sensor, injectors, coolant, temperature, 194. Let's see what else. We go back. You can see switches. So read the entire data list. You can see if the AC clutch is on. The ASD, the automatic shutdown relay, brake switch. Pretty much if all these sensors work. And you could also read the codes. So go to diagnostic codes, read codes. So my battery voltage is high, and that is true because when I have my little meters, I have 14.7. So this might be the actual voltage regulator because I modified it to an external voltage regulator. So that kind of gives you an idea. Well, that's it. Nice. Okay, so it's just my battery voltage is too high. I'm gonna let it read a little bit more and then hook it up. I'm gonna be selling this soon because this is my second one. I have 2 of these, but I wanted to see if this worked. And this one comes with all the little adapters for other cars. So you get the Toyota, Ford. That might be handy for my Bronco. This is the TBI one for the GM OBD1. This is the one you need. There's no other one. This is the one you need right here. And then this is for another Toyota one. But yeah, I think the Snap-on, Sonos, the OTC is a very old one. Those are the ones that have the cartridge shop. This is the most relatively new one that I know about. There might be a new model now that's out there. But if you do want to buy one of these, you have to make sure that it scans OBD1 and 2 and it's bi-directional. That way you can read the data stream. This is what the computer's seeing pretty much when you read the codes. You want to be able to do that. Data stream, view data, engine, boom, boom, boom. And this is everything your computer's seeing. You're just now able to see the actual values live as the car's running. So let me see if I can show you an example before I start this. So like this is my spark advance. I'm gonna give it a quick throttle blip. Save. And then it goes back to 11. That's actually what I set my timing to when I put the distributor back in. So that's actually pretty nice to see that. Alright guys, y'all take care.